I'm Kendra Cook, your host for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado. The Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association, which is the special district association responsible for bringing the area free-to-access TV stations over the air by antenna. This is a community TV station. If there is a news story or event information that you would like to share, you can call us at 970-677-4119. If you're a business or organization, we welcome you to find out more about sponsorship opportunities for banners or video segments run on the channel. This is the Monday program, which is aired at 6 and 8 p.m. and then replayed the following day at 9 a.m. and noon. It's also available on demand online at both our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. This is the program for February 17th, 2020. Happy President's Day. And now, DCTV Daily News. An update on the lethal crash on Highway 141 recently. Photo by San Miguel Sheriff's Office and the story by the Journal. A Durango man died in a semi-trailer crash on February 10th on Colorado Highway 141 near Slick Rock, according to the San Miguel Sheriff's Office. Lance G. Ludke, age 37, was killed in the crash, San Miguel County Coroner Emil Sante said last Thursday. Ludke was the sole driver of the 1992 International truck. The cause of the accident is under investigation by the Colorado State Patrol. The northbound semi-trailer with a water tank overturned on a steep curve at mile marker 19 about 2 p.m. and left the roadway, according to the State Patrol and San Miguel Sheriff's Office. The truck rolled onto its side and hit a big rock that collapsed the cab, officials said. Ludke was wearing a seatbelt and died at the scene. Alcohol and drugs are not suspected factors in the crash. No one else was injured in the crash. According to the crash report, a suspected cause of unsafe speed, said CSP Trooper Loving. Colorado State Patrol Master Trooper Gary Cutler said investigators believe Ludke was driving too fast, and when he pressed the brakes for the turn, the brakes couldn't handle the weight. Quote, "Our thoughts are with the man's family," states a San Miguel Sheriff's Facebook post. The highway was closed for several hours in both directions after the crash. It reopened about 9:15 p.m. on February 10th. And the Journal reported on hemp farming in Montezuma County. Photos by Patrick Armijo. Farmers who have struggled for years with failing commodity prices might have some advice for the wave of newbies who jumped into hemp as the next big thing. Quote, "Grow up." Hemp biomass prices reached a high of over $40 a pound in July, just before the 2019 harvest came in. Today, hemp trades for less than $10 a pound after the supply quadrupled from 2018 to 2019 and became legal under federal law. Meanwhile, the cannabidiol consumer market remains tight as the U.S. Food and Drug Administration continues to prohibit the extract in food or dietary supplements. CBD is legal in other uses, such as topicals, as long as it contains less than 0.3% THC, the compound active in marijuana that gets you high. Jack Varkados, facilities operation manager with 3-year-old Green Links Farms in Mancos, which is growing 320 hemp plants in 4 large greenhouses and is under contract to sell all the plant's seeds to a farm in La Plata County, is familiar with hemp's allure. Quote, "The first year we got a lot of calls from farmers and buyers. Everybody was doing something different. We got calls from people who had never farmed before in their lives to 5th and 6th generation farmers. A lot of people were looking to get into it to see if they could make it work. Some can and some can't." For Varkados, the hemp industry will go to the tortoise, not the rabbit. Businesses that are committed to research and willing to nurture hemp through its unruly teenage years have the best chance to reach maturity. The first year of operation in 2018, Green Links sold hemp clones to individual buyers. The next year, 2019, Green Links sold hemp seed to individuals, and this year, Varkados said the farm is under contract to sell all of its seed to a single grower. Beyond selling seed, the farm is working with its buyer to share research. Green Links is growing 2 strains of hemp, dubbed Trump or T1 and Ruby 1. Green Links buyer, whom Varkados declined to name, is growing 2 strains, and at the end of the growing season, the 2 businesses will compare the characteristics of each strain. Varkados said that the arrangement allows each business to learn the properties of 4 strains while growing just 2. Green Links also is researching whether greenhouse hemp does better in a 12 or 120-gallon pot. Varkados doesn't see hemp grown for fiber or food grain as a magic bullet that could reverse plummeting prices. Canada, which has focused on hemp fiber and grain, has supplied the market. China also could meet demand. Quote, "We've been out of this business for so long, we don't have the facilities. If you're growing for fiber, you're in the same boat as farmers with an ag crop," he said, noting the low prices for farm-grown commodities. Katie Russell, manager and research scientist with the Southwestern Colorado Research Center in Yellow Jacket, also believes the hemp market will mature. "I don't think it's going away," she said, "but I don't have high hopes that it's going to be as profitable as many once thought. I think it will have its place as a rotation crop," she said recently after a workshop in Dove Creek about cover crops. Russell said her chief concern about the increasing popularity of hemp is its attraction to, quote, novice farmers who are unlikely to be well informed about pest control, weed management, pollen containment, crop rotation, and other practices that are second nature to longtime farmers. Abdul Barada, former director of the Southwestern Colorado Research Center and current owner of Mesa Verde Ag Solutions, said he believes there is 4 times to 5 times more hemp on the market this year than there was a year ago. "The market's a little saturated right now," he said. "It may stabilize after a while. After how many years, who knows," he said. The infancy of the market is exemplified in Barada's 2019 experience. He planted 18 acres of hemp, and even with a background in agricultural research, he was disappointed with his results. Quote, "I bought a variety out of Canada, and it didn't grow much before it flowered. It wasn't well adapted to our area," he said. C.J. Murphy of Canogenics, Inc. with Durango, which operates Farm of Fields, PHARM of Fields, a hemp farm in La Plata County, said the 12.5 acres of fields he had planted in hemp in 2019 will be planted in hay for 2020. Quote, "Everyone jumped in and saturated the market. That limited the benefits it could have given to farmers," he said. Hemp is still an extremely versatile crop. It may just not be the get-rich-quick scheme that some hang their hopes on. Sadly, from the Durango Herald, a report that a Texas man hit a tree and died on Saturday while skiing at Purgatory. That according to the La Plata County Coroner's Office. A 70-year-old man from Dallas hit a tree around 1:15 p.m., somewhere between Lift 3 and Lift 8, said Coroner Jan Smith. Ski Patrol brought the man to emergency care on the front side of the mountain by snowmobile and called a Flight for Life helicopter for emergency transportation, she said. The man, who was skiing with his wife, died on the mountain, Smith said. He was wearing a helmet, she said. The coroner declined to release the man's name on Saturday afternoon. An investigator with the La Plata County Sheriff's Office declined to comment, citing an active investigation. The man had some basic medical issues, but, quote, "We don't think that would have caused him to have an issue before he hit the tree," Smith said. The coroner's office plans to perform an autopsy sometime next week. It's been almost 3 years since someone died at Purgatory Resort. A New Jersey man died this week at Vail Resort. More than 40 people die each year skiing and snowboarding, that according to the National Ski Areas Association. And now let's take a look at the local weather for this week. And happy President's Day and Washington's birthday. Today was mostly sunny, Monday with a high near 43, Monday night mostly clear with a low around 20 degrees, north-northeast winds around 5 miles an hour, just light. And then Tuesday we have increasing clouds coming in with a high near 40 degrees. North winds around just 5 miles an hour shift to the west in the afternoon. Tuesday night mostly cloudy and a low around 22 degrees. North-northeast winds around 5 miles an hour become calm for Tuesday evening. Then Wednesday, partly sunny with a high near 43. Wednesday night, partly cloudy and a low around 21 degrees. For Thursday, sunny with a high near 43. Thursday night, mostly clear and a low around 26 degrees. For Friday, mostly sunny again with a high near 48. Friday night, partly cloudy and a low around 27 degrees. But then for the weekend, we have a slight chance for rain and snow showers, depending on how that system comes through. For Saturday, partly sunny with a high near 47. Saturday night, a chance for rain and snow showers, mostly cloudy and a low around 26. And now, back to the news. It may feel like spring here in the High Canyon country, but up in the mountains, it's still very much winter. The Durango Herald reported on the skijoring event in Silverton with a photo Brett Hoff. There's not a whole lot of difference between skiers and cowboys, Tara O'Connor said in Silverton. Both enjoy string music and drinking in the wilderness, she said. We just wear different clothes. Any similarities between the two identities were on full display Saturday at Silverton Skijoring, where horse riders pulled daring skiers along the snow-covered Blair Street in front of a crowd of hundreds. Dozens of skiers and riders paired and raced hundreds of yards, the horses pulling people on skis who hit jumps, collected rings, and tried to cross a finish line with the fastest time. O'Connor said she has a friend where she lives in Ogden, Utah, who skis behind horses, but she's never done it She does ride horses and skis. Skijoring in Silverton began in 2010, just a year before Pete Sampson moved to the isolated town nestled in the San Juan Mountains. The crowds for Silverton skijoring have grown each year, and the event brings thousands to the town that is, quote, a little hard to get to after snowfalls, Sampson said. We're used to it being on the quiet side in the winter, he said. Organizers of 2020 Silverton Skijoring event saw a flurry of donations late last year after considering canceling the event for lack of funding. It cost about $30,000 to operate the two-day event, and by mid-November, with less than a month to raise the money, organizers were $10,000 short. More than 2,500 people have filled Silverton streets in recent years for Silverton Skijoring, that according to the event's website. The town of Silverton gave a $5,000 matching donation to ensure the event was a go. Al and Max Lindemann said they've come for years from Las Vegas with their parents to Silverton for skijoring. The 10 and 11-year-old grandparents live in the mountain town. The siblings were building a snowman in a storefront along Blair Street as skiers and riders raced behind a crowd of spectators. Max said it's really exciting to watch. Some people fall, and it's really cool if a woman wins. They're underrated, he said. Al said that she and her brother built a snowman army at their grandparents' place in Silverton a couple of years ago. In Nevada, there's not a lot of snow, so this is our only chance, she said, and it's really boring to stand. And the Durango Herald reported on the phenomena of Colorado sunsets. And we've had some wonderful sunrises and sunsets of recent here in Dove Creek, and many of our viewers post them to our Facebook page group. You can look online for Dove Creek local weather photos and join in on the fun there. Some quite stunning photographs from our community members here. One courtesy Charlotte Daves, quite stunning, a maze bomb, I think I said. What I like to call the mighty sunset huntress is Charlotte. So this article tries to describe what the process is. Of course, one can attribute the colorful masterpieces to God if one wanted to. Here's some of the science explained. Mountain photo by AP. No matter how many times we have seen the sunset in a blaze of red and oranges, we're often left amazed. We take pictures, call friends and family, and post the images to social media. But what is it about the setting sun? What science explains the variation in colors and intensities we see evening to evening? At sunset, the atmosphere acts like a color filter, scattering blues and greens out of our view and leaving behind reds, oranges, and yellows, said Joanna Casey, visiting instructor at physics and engineering for Fort Lewis College. In southwest Colorado, reflective surfaces along and above the horizon, like the mountain faces and the clouds that surround them, act like projection screens, Casey said. That environment makes for an extra spectacular sunset venue. In the desert, sunsets often have deeper reds and oranges. That's because the lower horizon means there's more atmosphere to pull out blues and violets, said Dr. Michael Ottinger, Dean of the School of Science, Math, and Engineering at San Juan College. Other factors can affect the colors and intensity of a sunset, whether in the mountains or the desert. For example, moisture or pollution particles in the air can block a lot of the sunlight, dulling and diluting the colors, Casey said. Therefore, when the air is very dry, as it is often in the desert, there will be brighter sunsets. Winter in particular can have spectacular sunsets because freezing weather pulls even more moisture out of the atmosphere, Ottinger said. Clouds also affect sunset colors, and in particular, when light hits low-lying clouds, sunsets may produce brighter oranges and yellows, Ottinger said. Search Instagram for Alpenglow, and you'll likely see spectacular images of blaze red mountaintops. But according to Casey, there's some disagreement on what the phenomena is. For some, the reddish glow occurs when direct sunlight illuminates mountains, while others say alpenglow occurs only after sunset when light reflected off atmospheric elements turns the mountaintops red. Either way, we see the same effect for the same reason. The light on the mountains is rosy and warm because of the low angle of the sun in the sky and the long path sunlight must take through the atmosphere to reach them, Casey said. While Durango is known for rosy glowing mountains, in-town sky gazers often miss out on the excitement. And we don't miss out on any of it here in Dove Creek. That weather photo group is open to the public, and we encourage sharing your outdoor photos of what's happening in your neck of the woods or plains. Some crocus should start to be coming up soon, and we would like to keep an eye out and share your photos of somewhere special. Today's High Canyon Country happenings. Tuesday, February 18th, the Dove Creek FFA Chili Dinner and Hired Hand and Supply Auction is happening starting at 6 p.m. tomorrow in the high school commons. That's Tuesday night. Tickets are available at $6 per person, no charge for kids 3 and under. A fantastic opportunity to bid on some help for spring cleaning and help fund the Future Farmers of America projects. This Thursday, February 20th, another Lunch and Learn webinar will be held at the CSU Extension Office. It runs from 12 to 2 p.m. All you need to do is grab a lunch and meet them at the Extension Office. The Dolores County Extension Office will be hosting this webinar series every Thursday in February from noon to 2. For more details, you can contact them at 970-677-2283. And there's a community project to promote and fundraise managed by DCDC in partnership with the Dove Creek Chamber, the creation of a Dove Creek Opoly game. It would feature sponsored squares from businesses and organizations around the area. If you have feedback or would like to find out more information about the pricing and opportunities, please contact the Extension Office at 970-677-2283 or the DC Chamber at 970-560-2856. Could be really fun, a fun family game, or for those who have left the area, something family and friends would get a kick out of, maybe as a Christmas present. I post up all of these High Canyon country happenings on our Facebook page, which is DCTV News at Noon, where you can also watch the program replay along with news links and stories of local interest. And you too can share other events or news there and join in on the conversation. Again, this is your local community TV station, so if you have something you'd like to share, contact us. The email is dcbnnews@gmail.com or call the station. It's 970-677-4119. Thanks for tuning in to DCTV Daily News. Programs are broadcast Monday through Friday with replays online on our YouTube channel or DCTV News at Noon on Facebook. We're still transitioning off of the logo of the DCTV News at Noon to the DCTV Daily News program. If you do like the program, please like and follow us on Facebook and share it with your friends and family. And this has been a production of DCTV for the DCTV Daily News program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.